Here's your daily Premier League roundup and transfer window update with me, Harry Scarfe, football content creator, YouTuber and football writer. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you, Chris, for this opportunity. If you're new, please do like and subscribe. Let's get straight into it. If you're unfamiliar with how these videos work, delivered by me, the first part of the video is your Premier League headlines in the last 24 hours, and the second part of the video is dissecting them and picking out the key ones. That's where I want to get you involved too, getting your opinions. Let's get straight into it. Firstly, David Ornstein reports Eberechi Eze has been targeted by Tottenham Hotspur and the Tottenham pursuit is ongoing, but no agreement yet as Palace continue to work on possible replacements. Next, David Ornstein reports the Crystal Palace approached Club Brugge with Christopher Zulis as an option, like El Canoes, to replace Eberechi Eze. The offer has been rejected, but Palace plan to raise bid, but also talking to the 23-year-old camp, who's recently signed a new deal at Club Brugge, so therefore they're not keen to sell. Next, a report from the Athletic UK states that Rasmus Højlund was always going to be left out of the Manchester United squad versus Arsenal. The striker has been told he faces a challenge to get minutes this season under Ruben Amorim. Højlund has said he wants to stay, but several clubs are interested in signing him. David Ornstein reports that Andre Onana was not involved for Manchester United against Arsenal. The 29-year-old goalkeeper has trained only 3 times since recovering from his hamstring injury and working alone at Carrington again. Said to be in a good physical shape but not ready for Arsenal. Don't believe what you read, especially on the internet, as Oliver Glasner revealing that Eberechi Eze's release clause in his contract has gone and his future at Crystal Palace is the club's decision. Fabrizio Romano reports that AS Roma are closing in on the Liam Bailey deal from Aston Villa. The agreement is very close over a positive meeting with his agents and intermediaries. Bailey prefers Roma over Spanish clubs, details to be sorted with Aston Villa, and then it'll be all done. Fabrizio Romano reports that Xavi Simons keeps waiting on for Chelsea despite Bayern Munich, Manchester City and other rumours linked to other clubs in recent days. His clear desire is to join Chelsea, now waiting for Chelsea to complete sales is always planned since July. Fabrizio Romano reports that Graham Potter has made it clear with West Ham his desire personally to keep Lucas Paquetá. Potter also spoke to the players. He's been considering proposals for a week. Full trust from the West Ham manager on his side. Fabrizio Romano reports that after 2 official bids turned down by Shakhtar Donetsk, Fulham will meet again with Kevin's agents next week. Negotiations set to continue to decide the Brazilian winger's future. Fabrizio Romano reports that Savinha remains keen on Tottenham move as negotiations are not over yet. Tottenham plan to try again for Savinha after the first bid revealed 1 week ago. Manchester City closing the doors to his exit in case of an improved proposal. That stance though could change. Fabrizio Romano reports that Manchester City keep thinking of Rodrigo as a main target if Savinha ends up joining Tottenham. As revealed, Manchester City wants to try again for the Brazilian star, but only if Savinha leaves. No Akaluku, no Xavi Simons either, as of for now. Rodrigo's a name mentioned internally. Fabrizio Romano says that Eberechi Eze started for Crystal Palace against Chelsea. The same for Mark Gahey. That's a clear plan, but other than Glasner, negotiations for Eze to Tottenham remain advanced, but deal not sealed yet, so Glasner wants to trust Eberechi. Talks also continue for Gahey to Liverpool, but also not done. Fabrizio Romano says it's only Chelsea for Xavi Simons. Fabrizio Romano says that AS Roma made contact with Tyrese Malacia as a left-back option during talks with Manchester United for Sancho. No green yet, by the way, either for Sancho. It says here, AS Roma also asked with Malacia's deal conditions. He's keen on the move for the left-back, and Pascas are also interested in the Dutchman. Fabrizio Romano reports that Xavi Simons never considered as options other clubs other than Chelsea. All parties are waiting for Nkunku's exit as next steps ahead of accelerating talks with Leipzig. No buying for Xavi, only Chelsea. And Manchester City's target, only if Savinha joins Spurs, is Rodrigo, not Xavi or Akaluku or anyone else. It's official and confirmed. Nordi Mukili joins Sunderland from PSG. Fabrizio Romano reports it's a €12 million deal. Fabrizio Romano reports Rasmus Højlund and Manchester United is definitely over. He wasn't part of the Manchester United squad against Arsenal, sending a clear message pushing for his exit. United open to a permanent and also a loan deal. Højlund will assess his options. Next, Fabrizio Romano reports the portrait of Alejandro Garnacho has been vandalised outside Old Trafford as he's decided to join Chelsea. Andre Onana has been dropped, no injury. Ruben Amorim confirms that he said he's not injured, he's recovered. but the other players did well during pre-season, so I have to find a balance. Next week it'll be a different story. This week we chose these players. It's official and confirmed Jacob Ramsey joins Aston Villa from Newcastle. He said, "I'm happy and proud to join this club." Fabrizio Romano and several other sources report it's a deal worth over £40 million. Fabrizio Romano says that Chelsea keep working on both Nkunku and Jackson exits. Premier League clubs and AC Milan are informed on Jackson's situation, but nothing advanced yet. Nkunku and Bayern talks continue while there's still no agreement. Xavi Simons is waiting for this. Pep Guardiola on Nottingham Forest did Federico Lewis. Pep said, "I think he's going to stay." I think he told me that today. I think he's going to stay, but I don't know what's going to happen. That is your daily Premier League roundup, providing your latest Premier League news in the last 24 hours. Let's go through and dissect the majority, if not all, of the stories. That start with Eberechi Eze, who in the end played against Crystal Palace. We got the news the day before that he was, from several reports that he's expected to be missed out. Then in the morning that he's expected to start, and a positive meeting with him and the Palace manager about just having needed for this game. Nothing more than that necessarily, apparently, about his future. So he continues to remain linked with Tottenham. Christopher Zulis, that would be a good option for Palace. I think El Khanous would be the best replacement, where they can maybe not lose too much by losing Eze. They're still going to lose quite a bit, but in terms of what Eze brings to the team, but financially, El Khanous for me anyway makes sense. Whereas Zulis has just signed a new deal at Club Brugge, and I don't think it's quite as good as an option. Hoyland looks like he's going to leave Manchester United. He's originally really keen on staying in 5 minutes, but Amran and United clearly don't fancy him. Interesting story from Andre Onana and how he's picking goalkeepers over him. I don't think the United on number 2 is awful, but I don't think at the same time he's up here. I don't think he's a top goalkeeper, but Amarin has backed him nonetheless. What else we got? Leon Bailey, we think it'd be a good move for him to Rome. He needs something different. His career hasn't really ever worked out. Aston Villa, just little spells. Xavi Simons, he's still waiting for that Chelsea move. He must get bored away him, because Chelsea aren't even close to selling Jackson and Nkunku by the sound of it either. Lewis Paqueta will be interesting, because West Ham can't really afford to lose him and Kudus, I'd argue, in the same season. Not sure Graham Potter's going to be there very long if they keep on playing like they are, keep losing like they are. That's all I'll say. Fulham insistent on Kevin. They haven't walked away too big yet. Fulham fans will be hoping they can reach an agreement very soon. Don't know a lot about Kevin. I know that he is highly rated nonetheless. Sevilla and Tottenham, if I'm being deep down as a Spurs fan and just generally having looked at the situation, I don't think Sevilla will end up at Tottenham. It seems one that City wants him to stay, Pep wants him to stay. They won't stand in his way, but it looks like a very difficult deal. But if he does, they've got Rodrigo lined up, which would be, of course, a fantastic addition to the Premier League alone to bring Rodrigo. It won't be cheap, but it would be fantastic. As we've got Mike Day, still in talks to Liverpool as well. I think Liverpool, watching them the other night, they definitely need to still improve their defence. But I don't think it's that. I think it's the fact they play 3 attacking midfielders, or 3 attacking-minded midfielders is the way of putting it. And what was it the other day? So Bosley, Florian Wirtz and McAllister, that's an generally attacking midfield. We got Tyrell Malacia, a surprise option for AS Roma. Will he leave? It wouldn't be for a lot of money, reports are saying, so we'll have to see what happens with that. Sunderland signing another player, and the question is, how quickly is he going to gel? And it gelled really quickly the first game of the season. I know you can't stay up, they're going to stay up after the first game of the season. It was really promising against a team that's probably going to be down there with them, looking at them. West Ham. Sunderland have gelled really quickly, which is actually quite surprising. Now Alejandro Garnacho has really damaged his United future, because his portrait has been damaged. The fans are absolutely done with him. I don't blame him. He's been hinting on Instagram and different bits of that, and really trying to almost force a move, which you never want a player to do. Seems desperate to get out of Manchester United. Jacob Ramsey, I think that's a good sign for Newcastle. Newcastle really turning, this window around, and really I don't know, putting behind them the disappointment, the exact situation that still looms largely over. What else have we got? I'll tell you what, on Jacob Ramsey, by the way, Villa sold in 13 months. John Duran, they got about 64 million for. Moussa Diaby, they got 55 million for. Doug Soys, they got 43 million pounds. In Kellyman, they got about, 19 million. I've got here Igor Baum, 9 million. Cameron Archer, 15 million. Aaron Ramsey, 14 million. Kessley Hadia, 4 million. Jacob Ramsey, 39 million. Despite qualifying with Champions League, Villa still can't spend because of FFP and CSR, which is interesting, but there's a lot of players seem to be a bit of a selling club. So I just thought I'd pop that stack out of the air. Pep saying he thinks Rico Lewis is going to stay. We City are letting a lot of players go. Pep also wants a smaller squad, but they can't let 5-6 players go, can they? Still advancing. I mean, I think Chelsea have done really well selling players up until now, and it just seems like that they've now got a bit of a problem with moving on, I suppose. You know, Nkunku and Jackson. I can understand Jackson. They're charging an extremely high price, and Nkunku hasn't played enough football to increase his value, in my opinion. But that is your daily Premier League roundup on transfer window update. Apologies, that it's taken a while to get this to you. I'm currently on holiday in Corsica with my family. Signal and Wi-Fi isn't great, so thank you very much for bearing with me. I'll continue these videos and shorts with Chris Callan while on holiday out of personal choice. I want to thank him for this opportunity. I really enjoy still delivering these videos, these shorts too. I'm a football content creator, YouTuber and football writer. My name is Harry Scarfe, and you can follow me at HarryScarfe22 across all socials. That'd be very, very kind. And if you can also check out my YouTube channel, Harry Scarfe, that'd mean a lot, providing Premier League, England and mainly Tottenham content in the channel. But like I said, at HarryScarfe22, you can follow me on like X, TikTok. That's more generally kind of football Premier League content. If you're interested in more Tottenham stuff, I'd recommend going to my YouTube channel where I centre in on Tottenham and England. But the TikTok page, the X page, yeah, bit of autism advocate stuff as well, and a bit of football in general, mainly the Premier League. But thank you for these, continued support with these videos and shorts I do at the channel. Please like and subscribe to Chris's channel. Check him out across all socials, and for now, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day.